Hey all, good morning. Welcome to ShareTreck. This is Raj here. Friends, the market is looking pretty good in the pre-market sessions. Everything is looking great. We'll take a very quick look. I have said most of the things I wanted to say on Saturday and on Sunday, so hopefully this video will remain short. Let's get started after the disclaimer. Welcome back, friends. As you can see, we have all the futures indices looking absolutely green. Things are looking fabulous out here. Of course, Dow is not that green, but still we'll take all the green that we can get. So things are looking positive right now. And the headlines are pretty interesting. I'm seeing this headline here which says TSMC and Samsung in talks with UAE to build chip mega factories. That would reduce the risk of depending solely on Taiwan. We'll have to see what Micron's limits are set by the US government and how this thing progresses, but I think it's generally good for our AI companies. The other one that catches my attention is House Speaker Johnson axes Trump voting restrictions in new government funding bill. So that's a positive, because it reduces the risk of a government shutdown. That also looks pretty good to me. The other headline that I would like to just briefly speak about is that Warren Buffett had sold a lot of Bank of America shares, and he's sitting on plenty of cash. I think that it's always been Warren Buffett's nature to have funds ready when the market is down so that he can buy really good quality companies at rock bottom prices. So I think Warren Buffett has positioned himself to be a net buyer when the opportunity arises, and probably he thinks the opportunity is now. Maybe he's right, maybe he's wrong. Nobody has been perfect in predicting a downturn or a spike, but we have to keep this also in mind when we are looking at the overall market status this morning. And then we have the other headline that is a little bit concerning for me, which I'm trying to find here, is Europe careens towards a downturn as its biggest economies fight crisis at home. So if Europe has got a little bit of bearishness out there, or if the European economy is weak, it can have an impact across the globe. So that's something that I would be watching closely going forward. So those are the headlines that make sense to me this morning. Next, let's look at the economic calendar, and we are going to have a version of Fed speak this morning. Fed Bostic is going to speak at around 8 a.m. Right now, as I'm recording, this is 23rd of September, 7 o'clock in the morning. So in another hour or so, Fed Bostic will be speaking. If he has some sound bites that might move market, that's a possibility we cannot rule out. We are also looking at Bank of Japan governor speaking tomorrow at 1 o'clock. And today we are going to get the PMI for Japan. Now, all of those things I'm keeping a watch on of late, basically because you can have a yen unwinding if Bank of Japan becomes hawkish and decides that it may want to raise interest rates. So that's the reason why we have Japan out here. That said, let us look at the stock market heat map, and you can see that apart from consumer defensive, utilities, and gold, everything else was red. So early morning trade action seems to show that money is probably moving out of consumer defensive and utilities and basic materials and getting back into technology and semiconductors and other areas. So there is possibility of a rotation today. Now let's go on to the TradingView platform and look at our NASDAQ futures, which is positive 0.21% this morning. But what I'm looking at out here is that we have a kind of resistance out here which we have not broken. I'm just going to pull this down here a little bit and color this red, and this particular line of resistance is at 20,086 and we are at 20,072. So a little amount separates us. Right now we have a doji candle in the morning. Doji candle is always indecision. Long wick on both sides, which are almost equidistant, and a small body in between. So that's your doji candle. Momentum is above average, means that we are primed to go up. If the momentum picks up, plenty of room to the RSI. So we potentially could have another leap up to meet the all-time highs. So that's another thing that we have to keep in mind. And we have MACD, which is bullish. So everything is looking encouraging from a NASDAQ futures point of view. If I look at XLY by XLP, there is I don't see much of a change in consumer sentiment out there. If you look at QQQ, we are up 0.02% pre-market. So in real terms, even though NASDAQ futures are looking great, QQQ is not showing that much of bullishness out here. And as I mentioned on Saturday and Sunday, you still got to worry about retesting these supports and then moving back up again. So that reality still remains. Let's go to VIX. The VIX is looking elevated. It's up by 2.04% this morning. And we also have gold, which is looking way better. It's gone up a little more. Again, a doji candle out here. So gold is also showing the same kind of dilemma which was seen in the NASDAQ futures. So that's where we are. And put call ratio is at 0.887, which I'll term as mildly bullish or bullish. So things are looking good pre-market. Let's go and have a look at what's happening with our genomic stocks first today. PACB is looking positive, plus 0.82% pre-market. IMTX has no trades pre-market. Bluebird Bio is up 0.55% pre-market. Ginkgo Bioworks is flat at pre-market. Prime has no trades pre-market. Allogene is flat pre-market. IOI is up 0.59% pre-market. mRNA is up 0.64% pre-market. Beam has got no trades pre-market. Intelia is up 0.55% pre-market. Eritas no trades pre-market. Altimmune is up 0.51% pre-market. Continuing on this bull trend, it's approaching a resistance at 8.13. Caribou Biosciences has got no trade pre-market. CRISPR Therapeutics is up 0.29% pre-market, still below 0.5, still below $50. Good opportunity to buy in my personal opinion, not financial advice. Bionano Genomics up 2.89%. ARCG is down 0.08% pre-market. Grail has got no trades pre-market. Illumina has got no trades pre-market, and Verve has no trades pre-market. Now let's go on to look at our AI stocks. Google is up 0.39% pre-market, and in the process it has converted the resistance at 164.49 into a support. So I'm changing the colors there. And Tesla is up 1.51% pre-market, and in the process it has converted the resistance at 240.04 into a support. Tesla is up 1.51% pre-market. Apple is down 0.05% pre-market. Meta is up 1.05% pre-market, and as I mentioned, friends, it's moving towards our our head and shoulders reverse head and shoulders target of 630.68. Next we have Meta, which is smartly up 1.05%, and it's approaching our reverse head and shoulders target of $630 to $631. Then we have Amazon, which is up 0.08%. Microsoft is down minus 0.53% pre-market. We still are looking at a double bottom target of 451.39. AMD is up 0.16% pre-market. Palantir is down 1.34% pre-market. FNGU is up 0.12% pre-market. AVGO is up 0.19% pre-market. Oracle is down 0.04% pre-market. Micron is up 1.21% pre-market, and we have Cloudflare up 0.06% pre-market, and we are looking at Nvidia, which is up 0.08% pre-market, still struggling to cross this diagonal line of resistance. And we have Qualcomm. We have Qualcomm, which is down 0.40% pre-market. SMCI is down 1.90% pre-market. ARM is up 0.50% pre-market. ASML is up 1.59% pre-market. Intel is up 3.16% pre-market. FNGD is down 0.28% pre-market. And then, of course, we have the SMH ETF, which is semiconductor sector ETF, which is up 0.28% pre-market. So overall, it seems like we have a situation where it's a bit mixed, but overall looks slightly positive. It's more bullish than bearish, but we can't guarantee that the semiconductor sector is going to do very well, even though we have pre-market catalysts like TSMC trying to put up a chip factory in Saudi Arabia. We still need to get more details. What is the capability of this factory and whether it's going to hedge the risk that we have with Taiwan as being the single point of manufacture. So all those things are still in play. And of course, we got a lot of these Fed speak that's likely to happen. 3 different Fed governors going to speak today. And of course, the Bank of Japan situation, whether they're going to become bullish or they're going to stay hawkish or they're going to stay dovish. So those things also have to be worked out. So this week promises to be interesting. And let's see how the market opens. Stay safe out there, and I'll catch up with you again with the next video. Have a great day. Bye for now.